Okay folks, welcome back. Video number 7 in our Long Dark playthrough series, and I have to be honest, in the dire situation we left ourselves in at the end of video number 6, I have just gone straight back into it. I've literally stopped recording one video, restarted the recording, come straight back in. I've got the game paused because obviously I want to do this little intro bit, but obviously my condition's dropping so quickly I don't want to die while I'm standing here talking, so I've got it paused at the minute. But the situation we're in is that we are condition 50%, we're dropping very quickly, we're very disorientated and very lost. That's the situation that we're in. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to see if there's a chance that I can get another fire going, and see if I can put my bedroll down here to at least try and warm ourselves up a bit so that we lose the hypothermia risk and hopefully can just get through the night to the following morning without dying. So that's what we're going to try and do, so let's get into it. We need to light a fire very quickly. Well, that's excellent. It's too windy. It's too windy to start a fire. Wonderful. So we are utterly stuffed. I was kind of hoping it would be fairly sheltered. I can't sprint. Oh, it's because I'm crouched. I realised I was crouched. I am on a road. This is a road. But I don't know which road it is or where it goes. I can't sprint because I'm encumbered. This is a road. And it goes to that bridge, but I don't know which road this is and where it heads to. So I am going to follow it though, because it's about the only option I've got open to me at the moment. And I'm hoping if I go this way, we might stand a vague chance of finding something. Obviously this is the kind of snowbank road rather than the proper road. Now, I know that this kind of road does lead to the back of the farmstead, so I am wondering whether that is where we actually are. I think we are, you know, but I don't know. Okay, there's one of those gnarly trees that usually marks... Orchard! Orchard! There's the orchard. That's the orchard. This is the orchard. Okay. This is the orchard. The only problem is there's only 3 bleeding trees. Oh, here we go. Here's some more. The problem is, of course, this is the orchard, but I don't know which way I need to follow the trees. If I'm right, I think I'm going to kind of go diagonally and hedge my bets.
I'm getting weak.
I know. I know. But let's see if we can make this through. Let's just follow these trees. Is that the silo? Is that the silo? That is the silo. That is the silo. That is the farmstead. We have, by complete fluke, gone in a circle and found ourselves back at the Pleasant Valley farmstead. My condition is seriously low. I'm in a really bad way, but we found our way back. Oh my goodness me. I did not expect to do that. I really didn't. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're 59% hypothermia risk, but we haven't developed hypothermia. So that's good. God, we're in a seriously bad way. Okay, we need to eat. Let's eat this MRE. Eat, drink, and then we need to get ourselves to a bed. And I'm half tempted just to put the bedroll down on the floor here and just sleep in the bedroll. Feels like 11 degrees. In fact, do you know what? I think I'm going to do that. Let's just put the bedroll on the floor and let's just sleep in the bedroll. I'm just going to sleep for an hour because I want to make sure that my condition goes up, not down, and that all is good. So it's 37, it's now 38. Good, we're going up. So let's sleep now for 8 hours. Whew. That really was seat of the pants stuff. That went very wrong. That always happens when I try and do these kind of exploration things. Okay, well, condition. Are we fully rested? No, we're not quite fully rested. Let's just do another. See if it'll let us do 3 hours. Obviously, we're now in the day, but phewy. And I suspect we're all sopping wet as well. I can hear dripping, which suggests that we are, and we're dripping all over the floor. Yes, we're very, very wet. Well, our trousers are. Everything else is actually alright. So we need to dry ourselves out. I'm going to leave the bedroll on the floor. Book. Give me book, give me tinder plug. Let's get a fire started. Fire striker, tinder plug, book, start fire. And we'll chuck lots and lots of wood on this and have a really good long fire. Oh, dearie me. That was seat of the pants stuff, that is. I have... there are online maps.
Come on.
There are online maps that people have drawn up of the various regions. I haven't looked at one for Pleasant Valley to work this one out, so I think I'm going to.
That didn't work.
No, it didn't work, and that's really annoying given that we had a 90% chance of success. I think I'm going to have a look at the map and just see if I can work out where I actually went. How I ended up where I ended up. I really did not expect to make it through that. I thought that was going to be the end of it. So I'm really quite happy that we've made it through. But I think I'm going to plan the trip out to the other place a little bit more carefully before we try that one again. I do want to do it. I want to try and do these things and just branch out a little bit more. But I think I'm going to probably spend the rest of this video just kind of warming back up again. Well, let's make some more water. We might as well take advantage of that to make some water. But before we do, I need to drink, actually. So let's just drink. And then we shall make water. We might as well. We don't want to waste a fire. We're really using the fire to warm ourselves up and also dry our clothes out. But, well, I assume standing in front of a fire dries your clothes out. I don't know. I might be wrong. Obviously, in real life it does. We'll have a quick check in the clothing system in a minute. I'm still a bit... I do this to myself all the time, don't I? I do these kind of crazy things. Oh yeah, it's done the trick. It's dried us out. I do these kind of crazy things, and I get myself in such a mess. Oh dear. Dearie me. Okay. Let's transfer 4 litres of that water. 4.5 litres of that water. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, well, what we're going to do now then... I think we possibly need to sort some food out. So what I'm thinking of doing is hunting. But before we do, let's do a bit of the research stuff. Let me talk you through the researching aspect of this. Books have started to appear in the game where you can research them to build up your skills. Your skills increase every time you do something. It's like you have a fire starting skill, a shooting skill, and all these kind of things. And they increase gradually, and eventually you kind of level up for each skill, which improves your ability to do something. So you have less chance of failing at it. And the books actually help you by allowing you to research, which kind of gives you a bump. It gives you an advantage. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to research this for the full 4 hours. And that will give us 5 points additional firearm skill, which will help when we're out shooting. Obviously my fire's gone out, but that's cool. So you spend time researching the book. You can only do it in the light, and you can only do it where you're warm and you're not hungry and things like that. They will stop you from being able to do it. But this particular one's given us 5 points on our rifle skill. Now we haven't actually shot a rifle in the game yet, but we've already now gained some benefit to our rifle skill. There is another one here, which is Wilderness Kitchen. That I think improves the skill in cooking. But it's now going dark, so we can't can't go ahead and use that one now anyway, because it's going dark, so it won't let us research it. If we pick it up and we try and research it right now, it probably won't let us. Oh no, it has. But it's stopped now because it's too dark to read, so we've only researched a short amount of time on that. So we'll drop that back down again and pick it up. So in the daylight we'll research that one, and that'll improve our cooking skill, which I think ultimately gives us more calories from cooked food. I think that's what happens with that. Okay, so it's gone dark, so yeah, we're going to take care of that, don't worry. I'm going to eat the peanut butter. That gives us quite a lot of calories. And obviously then I'm going to drink. There we go. And I might as well use the bedroll because it's still down here, so we might as well use it. Okay, let's see if we can let us sleep for 8 hours. We'll try and get through the night, and then we'll try and do some hunting in the morning. Okay, we're fully rested. I don't know what time it is. 6 hours of darkness left, so if we... Oops. If we pass time for, 1, 2, 3 hours? By shuffling a deck of cards, apparently is how we pass time. Okay, there we go. And if we then sleep, hopefully for 3 hours, that will hopefully bring us through to daylight. Or nearly to daylight. Oh, we woke up early again. And the weather is... gone nasty on us again. Oops. Okay, let's pass time for a couple of hours. That should definitely... Oh, we're dehydrated. No problem. Okay, we're definitely in daylight, but the weather outside's gone a bit nasty. Okay, I'm just going to sleep for an hour. Let's get our rested state back up a bit. I need to keep an eye on the condition of my bedroll, because your bedroll does, the condition of your bedroll does go down as you use it, so I'm actually tempted to leave that in here. We'll eat a cattail just to sort that out a little bit. Okay, weather outside's not very good, but what I'm going to do, we'll go through what I do when I go out hunting. And then we'll see if the weather's improved. So what I normally do when I go hunting, obviously I need to take my rifle with me, pick that up in a minute, but I also need to take with me some stuff to make fires. I'm not going to take all those tinder plugs though. Let's drop some of those. And I'm going to drop those matches as well, because we just don't need them right now. Okay, so I take stuff with me to start fires because when I'm harvesting the carcass it's quite cold and I don't want the carcass to freeze and I don't want to freeze, so I always light a fire next to it, and that also keeps wolves away as well, which comes in handy. So I am going to need a little bit of firewood, so I'm going to take that piece of cedar that we've got. So that should give us a big enough fire, if we can let some sticks on the way as well, to allow us to harvest the animal. We have a hunting knife, so that's all good. Pry bar I don't need to take, so I'm going to drop it. Sewing kit I don't need to take, so I'm going to drop it. Tin opener I don't need to take, so I'm going to drop it. That I don't need to take, so I'm going to drop it. And we'll leave it at that. So basically I'm dropping things that I don't absolutely need, because I'm not exploring, I'm not looting, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just going a short distance away to try and hunt a deer, and I'm going to try and do that in the orchard, so I'm not going to go very far at all. So I don't need to take all this stuff with me because I'm within bolting distance of the farmstead, and what I need is the carrying capacity to carry all the meat and the loot back from the deer carcass. So that's what's more important. Obviously I've got all of my clothing. I'm going to need to do a little bit of clothing repair fairly soon. I will hang on to that. I'll keep all of that. To be honest, I can't see how we can drop much more. So we've got plenty of carrying capacity. Obviously I need a rifle, and I'm going to need bullets. Not going to take too many. And I need to load it. There we go. It will always load maximum number that it can from what you've got in your inventory. So we have, carrying capacity wise, 8 kilos, which I'm hoping will be enough. But again, because we're not going very far, it doesn't matter if we go over encumbered slightly. But the weather outside is still looking pretty nasty. Let's just open the door, have a quick look in the porch, see what it's looking like. Come on. Yeah, we're not going out in that. Right. So we're a bit stuck at the minute. And this is where it's a bit of a drawback that I've put all of the cloth down in the cellar. I shouldn't really have done that, because the one thing that I can now be doing is repairing my clothing, but I can't do it because all of my resources are down in the cellar. And I don't really want to venture out to go and get them. So let's see if there's any old clothing in here that we can harvest. I can't... Oop, no, I won't find any in there. Oh, yes we will. Yes we will. We can harvest the curtains. I totally forgot about that. What, the curtains? And the towels. For cloth. There we are. Anything else in here that we can harvest? Shower curtain? No, well, let's harvest that towel. Yeah. I forgot you could harvest all that stuff for cloth. Completely forgot. Okay, let's head into the bedroom where we usually do all of this kind of clothing related stuff. Yeah, well, tough, you're not going to get one. Right, so what we need to do is do some clothing repair. Some of our clothing is not in great condition, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to come out of that menu because it's a bit hard to see the condition. I'm going to go into this one and we can see the condition of some of our clothing. So we're going to get that fixed. So we've got a ragged hoodie, we need to try and patch this up. So we'll repair, we need a piece of cloth, and we're going to need a sewing kit. And it should give us a bit of extra condition. Yep, so it's now 60%. So I'm actually tempted to just do that again. That'll take us to 90%. It's worth doing it. It's only going to use another piece of cloth. So,
His stomach is eating itself.
there we go. So that's looking better. So it's now 90% condition. That's a lot better. The trousers that we're wearing, well, we're actually wearing 2 pairs of trousers. So let's, again, repair these. Same again. 70% chance of success. Again, the more repairing you do, your repair skill increases, and you have a higher chance of success. So the more successful repairs you do, your repair skill gradually gets bigger and bigger, better and better. You level up, and eventually your repairing is pretty much guaranteed to work. So there we go. We're now at 95% on those. Socks, they need doing. They're the only ones I've got, so they're not great, but they're all we have, so we'll repair them. That gets us to 100%, so they are perfect. I also like the fact that the little graphic changes, because if you look, some of these things were kind of patched up, and they've got little patches and things on them. When you repair them, the patches go away. I like the fact it changes, but actually if you're repairing them like this in real life, it would be the other way around. They wouldn't have patches, they'd have holes, and then they would have patches once you repair. Doesn't matter. I'm sure they'll think about that at some point. Well, this is 54%, so we might as well do a repair on it as we're doing this. It's not using a great deal of resources, so we might as well repair everything. 89%, we'll have that. 60%, well again, we might as well repair it. It's only using a piece of cloth and we've got plenty of sewing kits, so... Oh, that one failed. That's annoying. Well, you lose the piece of cloth if it fails. So... Oh, it failed again. Okay, one more go. If it fails again, we won't bother. There we go. So that gives us 90% condition on those now, so they're in much better nick. Shall we do that? Yeah, that's our... Oh, no, we haven't got enough cloth now. Oh, okay. Ah, well, that's fine, we won't bother. Okay, so there we go. So we've done a bit of clothing repair. The weather has actually improved, so that's worked quite well. So let's head downstairs. And we'll head out, see if we can find ourselves a deer. Go out through the front door. Let's see what's what outside. As you watch me come face to face with a bear. Oh, it's still a bit nasty, to be perfectly honest with you. It's still not good. Okay, let's shut that door. Can we pass time? I'm sure we can pass time in here. Can we pass time for an hour? Just want to see if the wind stops. Okay, I just need to eat and drink. So we'll have another cat tail. We'll just drink. Still nasty. Okay. Past time for another hour. We're getting into evening now, though. I mean, at this rate, we're not going to get anything done. Oh, it's still nasty. It's not as bad, but it's still nasty. The problem is, when it's like this, the deer don't come out. You don't see them. There's a wolf over there. Let's go and have a quick look at this car. Just so we're doing something. I really want to work out where I went. I really do. How I ended up where I ended up. I'm going to have to sit and watch the video back and try and work out where I ended, how I got there. I'm just so glad we did. I thought that was the end of it. But we are still here.
No.
A little bit of food. I don't know why you can drop those down. There's never anything under there. There's newsprint in the back, so we'll jump in the back and just grab that. I don't think there's anything else in here. Can we get in the trunk? Or the boot? Put it over here. Nothing in there anyway. And the hood or the bonnet we can open. I am absolutely sure that batteries are going to play a part in the game. Absolutely positive. Okay, well, we've not had very much success here. We've got a deer one walking around. We haven't got... Oh, no, sorry, we haven't got any deer walking around. We've got a wolf walking around. Yeah, it's not been the most successful. I think what I'm going to do, because we're not having a great deal of success with this, we're obviously going to have to sleep through another night. I don't think there's much more I can do, to be honest. Housekeeping wise, we've pretty much done it all. Obviously we can just harvest down that newsprint that we just picked up. That's our little bit of housekeeping that we can do. There we are. I think I'm a bit stuck with what we can do until we get through to the following morning now, to be perfectly honest with you. I need a hacksaw to break that down. Yeah, I am a bit stuck now of what to do. So I think what we're going to do, we'll call it a day with this one. It's a little bit short, but obviously my adrenaline was pumping at the beginning of this one. I wasn't planning on making 3, which is what I've done here back to back. I only carried on because obviously I had that dire situation that we found ourselves in, and I honestly thought that was going to be the end of the game. So I'm really glad that it wasn't and that we have made it through that. I'm going to try not to do that again. I'm going to plan it out a little bit better next time. But we're going to call it a day a little bit earlier on this one. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again very soon. We'll go and do some hunting in the next video. We'll get ourselves a bit better prepared, and then we'll try and do that trip again. Try and see. I'm pretty sure there's a cave out there, and I'd like to try and get to it. So I think that's what we're going to do once we've got ourselves a bit better prepared. But right now, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again very, very soon.